Just kidding. Hello, I am back. It has been 10 million years. And the reason for that is because frickin' haters all about the place, ruining the atmosphere of my channel, and all of my blood, sweat, and tears of my teens have been washed away thanks to your unkindness. Just kidding. Do you like my mask? Do you know who I am? My name is Clara McDivine, and I am a woman of power. Just kidding. That was a spoof if you guys didn't know. Anyways, I'm avoiding looking at myself because, well, as you guys probably know, I have issues with vocalizing properly. Watch this video of this man who did not speak for 365 days, and when he first starts speaking, it's almost as if his face and voice are kind of two separate kinds, and that's kind of me when I speak a lot of the times, unless I'm fully have no anxiety. I'm 100% feeling safe, around some of my close friends that I grew up with since high school. I'll be like, oh my gosh, yes, I know. I know that I ended up acting again just then. Acting like my mouth and face separate from each other. But I'll be like, oh my gosh, why did that happen? Oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay, I still ended up going heck, tensing my jaw, but you know what I mean? Rather than going oh, I mean what the heck? What the heck are you doing? It's like my throat and my mouth are two separate things, because my throat's frozen, holding back, and my mouth is I don't know what you're talking about. That's how I end up speaking if I look at my face on camera. That's why I've been avoiding my face. Yuck. Anyways, I'm looking really bare these days, so I've been staying home. I couldn't go out of the house for the first week of the holidays, even though I wanted to, because I developed this complex about my freaking nose. I mean, for goodness sakes, been listening to magic things that help your nose come into place, but really, I looked at this photo of myself from before I crashed and ruined my nose when I was 14. Before this crooked bit started growing. Oh, look how big it looks. What the fuck? And my nose used to look really smooth. It was that perfect slope, ever so slight slope. And also my chin is protruding. It didn't used to be like this. This happened because I ended up speaking like this all the time when I was 13 to 17, even when I was 19 actually, because of that anxiety and tensing habit. Anyways, but now I'm speaking more like myself. You better work it, girl. I've been massaging my nose to get rid of the crooked bit, and it is kind of gonish. When I go like this, it doesn't feel anymore, but instead it feels kind of hilly. It feels like a hill. Freaking sakes. I remember I got so horrified about a month ago when I first started massaging my nose a bit more. In the past, I kind of did this, and it became straighter. I did that last year, 2017. But then this year, I started going maybe since I got flat on my face like this, how about I try massaging this way? And I accidentally ended up making this bit higher, which I don't want, because now the protruding bit looks even uglier. Before, it just looked like a straight nose with a small bump, but now it looks like an actual hill, kind of. But at least it's rounded itself a bit more. I feel like perhaps it is closer to how it would have been naturally if I hadn't broken my nose years ago. No, just kidding. I was just an Asian trying to smile. Okay, ew, yuck, my face just looks so dry and ugly, like your freaking mum. I'm just kidding. What was I talking about? My nose, yes. So, look how huge it looks. It did not look this big before. It was like 2 millimeters lower, but I massaged it, so I don't know what the freaking heck is going on. But naturally, I used to have like a small slope here, so it's kind of gone the opposite way. Like I made it higher, and it kind of straightened my nose out a bit. But I'm just stuck here because I don't know what I meant to do. I don't know if I meant to like squish this whilst going like that to make it go back into place, or if it's actually the opposite of what you think is actually the right way to do it. Because sometimes I feel like a lot of the times there are many cases where the very opposite of what you think you're meant to do is the right thing to do. Like in terms of like, it always happens with like scientific things. And it actually makes much more sense once you realize why. But anyways, so like I'm just wondering if actually, in order to make the bump become straighter, instead of doing what you think you mean to do by pressing, you actually mean to massage it even more, and then it naturally goes back into place. You know what I mean? Because people would assume that if it's like that, you mean to like squish it, but that's the reason why it became bumpy in the first place. Like, if it was like that, and then so you're meant to massage it, push it, and it becomes more like that. Or you're actually right, and you're meant to push it, or push it a certain way. It's meant to be like go back into its slopeness. Like that's the slope. Because my nose used to be like that before I frickin' damaged it. Looks ugly. Just getting calm down. There's some people who have skin diseases, freaking issues all over the planet. Just calm down. It's just a nose. No one cares. I got so self-conscious because even though I like my natural face, I don't like pretending I'm something else because I'm me. I'm pure. Look, I'm wearing white. But even though that may be the suitcase. I should have brought in a suitcase to be all like punny, but it's funny punny. Anyways, yeah, but what was I talking about? Just kidding. Oh, yes, I couldn't leave the house because my freaking face. But it's okay, it's alright, it's okay. Ain't gonna care what the haters gonna say. Just kidding. That was me spoofing the song called "Smell Your Beep." You guessed the word. It's why you coming home 5 in the morning? Something's going on. Let me smell your I've also been staring at my phone and tablet all day long with curtains drawn, even in broad daylight, because I've become a bit almost depressed recently these days, because I'm not actually feeling depressed, but it's like nothing's going on for me, because ever since I made it a habit of me staying at home the last 2.5 weeks, or 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, yeah, including the Easter holidays. Yes, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't leave the house because of my freaking self-conscious issues about my face, thinking that you have this little Asian face and then a huge bulbous nose, and everyone's gonna think, oh, she's ugly. Like, I don't know. Because of that, I couldn't leave the house, and now I made a habit of it, and I've been on the screen all day. Now I've got dark circles, got into a bad sleeping habit again. Luckily, I did not sleep really late, like 6 a.m., 7, 10, like I did in my worst of times, but I slept at like 3, which is still pretty bad. 4 a.m. at the latest. Last night I slept at about 12 a.m. or probably even 11 something, so that was good. But yeah, that's why I gotta be healthier, and my skin. If you're suddenly looking a bit older than usual, like I experience that sometimes, that's because you're not taking care of yourself. Like I noticed that for me, whenever I'm not mentally healthy or like that doesn't mean you're necessarily having a breakdown, but just in little ways, like not sleeping enough, getting into a bad habit of straining your eyes for a few hours every night before bed because you want to fill the void or something like that. Yeah, that's a bad habit, and that's why I sometimes look really old, and then once I get into a healthy habit again, I sometimes look really young again, back and forth. Like these lines, they weren't here, they wouldn't be here if I'd been taking care of myself. You know what I mean? Like you just become drier in the face and just looking tired and all sullen, sunken in. See, if I go like this, I already look 5 years younger. I look 20 because I'm 21. But if I go like this, I look 25. Just gonna. Oh, stop it. I'm just kidding. Bye bye. Bye.